They say you can never have enough. Well, sometimes you can, and sometimes you cannot. That is true, especially when your life depends on sympathy, and sadly sometimes, pity. You cannot choose what sympathy gives you. You can choose how to accept it. For us, that is not much of a choice. It brings us food. But sometimes, we wish it would bring us people to teach us, play with us, and love us. Sometimes sympathy gives birth to prayer. It is nice to know we are being prayed for, and nice to know we enter the minds of people, no matter how long or brief. It is nicer though, when people care about your future and about your dreams. People have different forms of hunger. My name is Ayele Parker, the founder of this orphanage. And we don't hunger for food. We hunger for our education and our dreams.
My name is Edward Ante. I'm the administrator of Teshin Orphanage. This orphanage was founded by Mrs. Janet Anyele Parker on the 13th of January 1998. She was motivated by what she saw when she visited Teshin Township, when she saw a lot of deprived children around with no form of aim. So she took it upon herself to establish an NGO to take care of these children. She started with 35 children. Initially, the children were residing with their parents because there was no accommodation facilities. So they were given assistance financially and in kind to take care of the children. And the orphanage was taking care of their school fees and the rest. Currently, we have 21 children at the home, made up of 6 girls and 15 boys. They are now residing at accommodation facilities provided by the orphanage. You look at the number of children that we have to feed them, we have to clothe them, their education, their medical care, and any other thing that is needed for the children, and therefore financing such activities is very important. We have been blessed to have a few institutions and individuals who have come in to donate items and support us to take care of the children. The other challenge that we have is behavioral concerning the children, their behavior. When they get into the teens, it becomes a bit of a challenge because of the peer pressure. You get them training at home, they get to school, they have different sort of environment, so it's a bit of a challenge, but it's manageable. We've been able to manage it so far. So these are basically what we face as an institution. As an institution, we need help, especially financial help, to take care of the children. Their education is very important to us. Their feeding, their transportation. These are things that we need money to do, and therefore anybody who is touched with this information can contact us. We are behind the Teshin police station. Everyone is welcome to our home. Nothing is too small, nothing is too big. Every little helps. We thank you, and God bless you.
Yvonne Fiajo. I want to say that I became involved with the Teshi orphanage through divine intervention, simply because when I first moved to Ghana about 1.5 years ago, I used to have a lot of appointments in the city. And the way to drive to the city has a lot of traffic. So what I used to do to beat the traffic was that I'll take this, very rough road to get to town. And every time I passed this rough road, I saw a sign. The sign said Teshi Orphanage. There were times when I tried to ignore the sign. There were times where I'll turn up the music in my car and pretend that I didn't see the sign. The more I tried to ignore the sign, I almost felt like the bigger the sign became. So one day, I decided to go to this orphanage to see exactly who was there, what they were doing. And in my mind, I thought that I would just be going to maybe play with some kids and then go home. When I got there, I met a young lady called Janet. Now, Janet told me that the kids needed help with teaching, they needed help with their homework after school. And I thought to myself, wow, what a boring assignment. I told her all I wanted to do was just to play with the kids. She said no. She insisted that the kids needed help with their homework after school. So reluctantly, I went to teach them. I had never taught in my life before. I didn't know what it was like to teach kids. So for me, I wasn't very happy about the assignment. These kids have a very special place in my heart. They have dreams and aspirations just like any other child in Ghana, any child in the US, in Europe, in the UK. But unfortunately for them, they've not had the privilege of having supportive parents, a good family background, and essentially a proper education. I have been very blessed with 2 very special parents who have given me the gift of education. The purpose of the initiative is really to raise funds for the children so that they can have a solid education, that they too can have a chance at life, that they too can have their dreams materialize, and so that they too can be important members of society who will make a significant contribution in whatever way that they can. With donations from friends and family, we've managed to put 3 of the children into good schools. However, this is definitely not enough. A lot more needs to be done to help transform the lives of these children and to give them a chance, to give them a real chance at life. James 1 verse 27 says, "Religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this: to look after orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world." Will you help these orphan kids who are in distress? Will you be the one to make that important difference in their life? Will you be the one to make a huge and tremendous change in society? Will you be the one who would help the kids have an important shot at life?
I'm Okan Grace, an inmate at the Church of Manage, still schooling and now in the secondary school, year 2. For being at the orphanage is a very good privilege for me. I've been here for 15 years now, and from my experience, it's a very good advantage and likes to be here and to grow out to be a better person in future. My dream is to be a beautician. I want to hate to the public that they should help me throughout this day, and also they should come to our aid and help us through education and other sources, and I hope my request will be done.
Owusu Ebenezer, and I'm a member of Teshi Orphanage. I am in JHS 3. I attend school at Teshi Prep. I am in JHS 3. I want to be a banker. I'm pleading for non-organization and all churches and other individuals to come to our aid so that I can achieve my dreams. Thank you.
My name is Emmanuel Owusu, and I'm an inmate of the Teshi Orphanage. I attend school at Teshi Prep, Salem JHS, and I'm in Form 3. And I'm pleading to the organization and some of the organizations to come to our aid, to come and help us, Both of us who are in need, we should come to our aid and come and help us. And I'm also one of them. And I'm also pleading to the non-organization to come to our aid, to come and help us to achieve our dream.
My name is Emilia. I want to be a soldier, a bank manager. I want everybody to come to help me. My name is Blessing. I am 5 years old. I want to be a soldier in future.
My name is Bright. I am 7 years old. I want to be a footballer in future.